Hey, I'm Andrew and welcome back. Sorry it's been quite a while since I've uploaded a video. Lots of things have been happening. Had a move, had all sorts of things going on, and so I'm finally back in the shop and pretty much set up to where it's in a good place to continue moving forward. Got some updates for you guys that will come later. I've got the mobile workbench video that I posted quite a long time ago. I have done some updates and some upgrades. It's much bigger. There's all sorts of things going on. So I got that, and then I'll post a garage vacuum system video coming up soon as well. Added one of those in the new place. And then I'll also just post a shop tour with kind of all the different things that I've added. But first, today we're going to talk about some trees. Yeah, I had this crazy idea a while back, probably even about a year ago, that I've just been entertaining for the longest time, and I finally decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on it because now we're moving into a house with a pretty big backyard, so I had the availability and the space to do it. I wanted to get some trees, plant them, fairly young, get them planted, and then 30, 40, 50 years from now, go ahead and cut them down, mill them, and make stuff out of them. Right now I'm 28, so I've got a good chunk of time to sit around and wait while I build, let the trees grow, get a little bit bigger, and then kind of take them down one at a time. Might not happen, who knows? We'll see how it goes. That's the goal, and so all I've got is time right now. I made some measurements of the trees, and I'm going to be doing that pretty much once a year, so that way we can see how the trees are growing, see what the trunk diameter is, and see how tall they're getting. And I made some measurements of the circumference of the trunk, the diameter with the calipers, and then I did some weird kind of measurement to figure out the height. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a math and woodworking video, and that will come shortly after this one, or maybe even with it. And I'll have a link below in the description, and then maybe a link somewhere over here, maybe over here, that you can click on to take you straight to that video if I can figure that out. And that will go through the actual details of figuring out the height of the tree and everything like that, and then how that's going to be moving forward. So first tree that I got, as you can see, there's those three trees right there. The one on the left is red oak. The one in the middle right there is red maple, and then the one off to the right, it's behind the fence, you can kind of see the top of it, that's a bur oak. It's behind the fence, yes, that's still our property back there, and eventually one day we will move the fence back. So that's why I planted it there, plus the bur oak has those huge acorns, and that's closer to the creek where the squirrels are at, and the other big, more mature trees are at, and so the squirrels eat those up and maybe plant them back there, who knows, but just to kind of get them out of the main part of the yard. So we got that red oak. Made some measurements on the red oak. Circumference was 9 inches, which translates, when you do circumference divided by pi, you should get the diameter of the trunk, which I got to be 2.86 inches. When I did some measurements, I got 2.89, so that's pretty dang close, off by 0.03. I used calipers since the trunk wasn't that wide, or the diameter wasn't that big right now. I could use my calipers, little 6-inch calipers that could kind of fit around, and took a few measurements, took the average, and then came up with 2.89 for the average. Actual diameter with the circumference, if you're talking about it that way, is 2.86, so pretty stinking close. For the height, measured with shadows and stuff, and my height, I got 13 feet 1 inch for the red oak. Then I have a big 8-foot tall ladder and a long measuring tape, and so I stood on that ladder and kind of raised it up as high as I could go, and I got roughly, from reaching pretty high with the tape measure, 12 feet 10 inches. So off by a few inches there. That's not bad. Red maple over in the middle. Circumference, I got 7.75 inches, which translates to a diameter of roughly 2.47. When I took the diameter measurements with the calipers, and I took 3 measurements, averaged them, and I got 2.48. So with their circumference, I got 2.47 as a diameter, and then an average of 3 measurements with the calipers is 2.48. Pretty dang close, if I might add. Height with measurements with the shadows, and my height was 11 feet 7.5 inches. And the actual, when I was able to get up there and actually get all the way up to the tippy top of the highest branch and get in there, it was 11 feet 3 inches. So off by about 4.5 inches, not too bad. We'll see if we can refine the process a little bit more as the years go by. And then the bur oak, last one, circumference, 9.75 inches, which translates to a diameter of 3.10 inches. And when I took measurements with the calipers of the diameter, I averaged them out and got 3.08, so off by 0.02, or there's a 0.02 difference or discrepancy in there. Once again, not bad. Height with the shadows, I had a shadow kind of casting on the fence, and so that was kind of weird. I had to do some funky math with that one, but with the height, with the math and everything, I got 11 feet 0.5 inches, so 11 feet 0.5 inches. And actual, when I got up there with a ladder and raised up the tape measure all the way up to the top, I got 11 feet 2 inches. So an inch and a half with dealing with a shadow on a fence, that's actually really not that bad of an error. Okay, so we got all those measurements. Those are what we've got for this year. Today is November 20th, 2017. Got the trees planted in around, I want to say August or September, maybe it was like early September, mid-September this year of 2017. So they've been going for a couple months. The leaves are starting to fall, so maybe they're growing some, maybe they haven't really grown much at all. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully they've grown a little bit since then. Got the trees from Fossil Creek Tree Farm in North Fort Worth. It's kind of over by Azle. It's off Blue Mound Road and close-ish to Haslett off 287, just south of 287. Once again, Fossil Creek Tree Farm. They're super nice people, really awesome people to work with. I talked with Ryan B. is one of the assistant managers there. Talked with him. He helped me out a lot, got me some good information, and then has been working with me ever since. The guys that came out to install the trees were super fast. Had a few guys come in. They just knocked the whole trees out and everything and put them up. They were here maybe 30 minutes or so to plant the 3 trees. Great experience with Fossil Creek Tree Farms, and keep in tune or keep posted. I'll keep you guys posted for future videos. Pretty much every year, maybe around the fall time, sometime, to keep you guys up to date with measurements and height and diameter of the trees to see how they're progressing. Thank you guys for checking in, and once again, keep your eyes open for a few more videos: mobile workbench update video, garage vacuum system video, and then just an overall general shop tour video. And those will be coming soon, and then I'll start posting more videos of the projects that I'm working on. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch up with you later.